Google has announced a new Chromecast. Yeah, look, I know what you might be thinking. So what? But actually, this is worth paying attention to. Hi, I'm Caleb Dennison, and I think the new Google Chromecast with Google TV could be one of the hottest products to come out this year, but its success hinges heavily on one thing. I'm going to get to that shortly, but first, I think we need to take a look back to understand why Google's look forward with the new Chromecast is so significant. So you're forgiven if you don't remember, but Google has not had good luck trying to make streaming devices. May I remind you of the Nexus Q, which was a huge flop, and there were other attempts to push Google TV before that. Ultimately, Google quit trying to make something that resembled a Roku box and settled on what became the Chromecast, a simple dongle you controlled with your phone. Obviously, that was a smart move because Google has sold a ton of them. But the problem with the Chromecast has always been that you don't get to interact with it. You have to find content with your phone, tablet, or PC and cast that content to an invisible device. That works for some people, but not for others who are used to the kind of on-screen interfaces you get from Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Apple TV. Meanwhile, in the background, Sony has been improving Android TV, which you primarily see baked into Sony and Hisense TVs in the US, and you also find it in the NVIDIA Shield, and believe it or not, Android TV is the OS foundation for Amazon Fire TV and Vizio SmartCast. And that leads us to the new Chromecast. It's got a remote and an on-screen interface. It supports 4K resolution and HDR, including Dolby Vision, and it can handle Dolby Atmos sound. It's available in a few different colors, it's remarkably advanced, and yet it only costs $50. On paper, that reads like a game changer. Access to any streaming content online that you could possibly want with the best possible picture quality and sound, all for $50, right? Sounds amazing. But there's a catch, and that catch is Google TV. Now, since Google seemed to have changed the name of its streaming platform from Google TV years ago to Android TV, we thought it was just changing the name back from Android TV to Google TV. But it turns out Google TV is now more of an experience, a skin that runs on top of Android TV. And that is the difference with this new Chromecast with Google TV. It's what Google TV has become. It is now basically a curation and recommendation engine which puts TV shows and movies in front of you based on what you like and what it thinks you like. So instead of seeing a bunch of apps and having to click into those apps, then browse through those apps to find what you want to watch, Google just serves up the content wherever it's coming from and lets you watch it with one click. If that sounds familiar, it's because that is what Apple TV and Roku TV do, to an extent. The thing with Google TV is you never leave Google TV. When you're done watching a show on Hulu, for example, you land right back in Google TV. You aren't left hanging in the Hulu app. Now, to be clear, you can disable Google TV and just use this new Chromecast like an Android TV box, surfing through apps and browsing those services to find the content you want. But if you do that, you lose Google Search and Google Assistant. The other reason I think you might want to stick with the Google TV experience is that in addition to aggregating content from 30 popular streaming services, it also folds in YouTube TV, which is the live TV service that gets you conventional live TV channels. So effectively, this at least looks like the best integration of live and streaming TV you can get. It's all there in one place. My only concern here is that you have to rely on Google to tell you about the cool new stuff coming out on Netflix, Hulu, etc. It's not like you can just browse through it all on the individual apps. You also have to put in some work and tell it you want to watch certain shows so they can be put on your watch list. On the other hand, it sounds pretty cool to have all your DVR recordings from YouTube TV, all the live stuff you can watch, and all your favorites from various apps right at your fingertips in one place. In the end, one thing is very clear. If the Chromecast with Google TV's success hinges on whether people like Google TV, and I think it does, given Google TV's history, that has me a little concerned. But I will say the experience looks very compelling, and I'll be sure to tell you what I think in our review coming soon.